All right, let's just jump right into this one. Welcome to this new deep dive. Today, we are looking at something that completely defies logic. We're breaking down this incredibly meticulous and honestly terrifying investigation led by a creator known as Diabolo. He's been tracking a literal nightmare hiding in the shadows of our everyday lives. Seriously, brace yourselves, because once we unpack what he found, you are going to look at your daily commute in a completely different way. Forget everything you thought you knew about safe roads.
So, what is actually hiding beneath the asphalt? I want you to picture this. You're driving, right? Just cruising down a quiet, peaceful country road. The scenery is rolling by, no stress, and then, without any warning, the road literally tears open. We're not talking about a sinkhole here, we're talking about a massive mouth. A living, starving entity that has just been waiting underground ready to devour the first car that happens to drive over it. The whole investigation actually kicks off with this absolutely wild piece of footage sent in by a subscriber. In the video, this completely normal road fractures and a huge hole opens up, deploying these massive razor-sharp teeth, trying to eat a car. Literally eat a whole car. Thankfully, and honestly it's a miracle, the driver slammed on the brakes just in time and narrowly escaped. But the proof was right there. This monster is real. Okay, phase 1, the mystery of the hole. Now, after seeing that insane footage, Diablo doesn't panic. Actually, he does the exact opposite. He comes up with a plan that is so bold it borders on suicidal. He decides he's going to find this anomaly, confront it, and, get this, willingly let himself be swallowed so he can document whatever is inside. Yeah, he's going all in for the truth. But he knows he's dealing with something incredibly dangerous, so he calls in some help from the mysterious Monster Hunter base, and they airdrop him this top-secret intelligence dossier. The stats on this thing are terrifying. Its diet, it swallows vehicles whole. How does it track its prey? It's irresistibly drawn to the vibrations of car engines on the surface. And the worst part is its movement. It doesn't just stay in one place. It shifts around fluidly beneath the Earth's crust, which makes tracking its exact location practically impossible. Moving right along to Phase 2, the Trail of Clues. Diabolo starts the field investigation by sweeping the area with a drone, and he zeroes in on an isolated road leading to some private property. But the huge red flag here, all the birds are fleeing the trees en masse, like an absolute panic. That's classic animal instinct when an apex predator is nearby. The local wildlife was basically sounding the alarm that this anomaly was about to strike. As he explores the area, he uncovers this really grim, chronological trail of clues. It's almost like the leftovers of a feast. First, just a solitary car steering wheel sitting on some rocks. Then, he finds 5 and 10-liter gas jerry cans shoved under a bench. A bit further down, there's a tire still attached to its rim. Then, out of nowhere, the ground starts shaking, and he spots crocodile jumper cables. And finally, a tire completely ripped from its rim. I mean, just imagine the absolute despair of whoever owned that car. They likely broke down, grabbed their jumper cables, frantically trying to start the battery, completely unaware that a monster was lurking literally right beneath their feet. Absolutely certain that the creature is right under him, Diabolo goes into full lockdown mode to protect any other civilians from stumbling into this trap. And his safety protocol is bizarrely thorough. Step 1, he barricades the paths by deploying physical traffic cones. Step 2, he wraps the critical perimeter in danger tape. And Step 3, which is kind of wild, he literally sticks risk of cuts warning labels directly onto the surrounding tree branches. Because, as he knows, those teeth act like underground guillotines. So that brings us to Phase 3. The monster babies. Just when he thinks he's contained the area, another subscriber tip points him toward a nearby wooden dock. And guys, this is where things go from a simple monster hunt to a massive biological crisis. This anomaly isn't just hunting and destroying, it's reproducing, and its offspring are already among us.
The evidence he finds on this dock is pure nightmare fuel. First, there are these tiny, standalone teeth scattered all over the wood, sharp as razor blades. Then, and this is where it gets really crazy, he finds a miniature fleshy jaw that is literally moving on its own and actually tries to attack his hand. And if that wasn't enough, he discovers a second juvenile specimen that has 4 distinct rows of deadly teeth. This isn't just a single monster anymore. We are looking at a looming infestation. Now, here's where things take a bizarre turn. 31 degrees Celsius. Instead of destroying these baby jaws, Diablo captures them.
He locks them in a high-security incubator, hooks up thermal probes, and carefully maintains the temperature at exactly 31 degrees to keep them alive. He even sets a timer to track their evolution. But the absolute most unsettling part of all this, he takes this incubator box directly inside his own house.
Right, moving into Phase 4, the treasure and the trap. Back at the main sinkhole, the tension just explodes. The earth groans, violently shakes, and the giant adult hole finally surfaces, showing off those massive fangs. And Diabolo, he tries something so absurd it's almost poetic. He pulls out a giant toothbrush. He's literally trying to practice interspecies diplomacy by cleaning its fangs, hoping it'll placate the beast so he can get inside without being shredded. But the creature has a much darker response. The monster actually displays this Machiavellian intelligence. Instead of attacking, it regurgitates a bait, a stunning chest overflowing with sparkling diamonds and gold coins. It's a perfect, shiny lure designed to play on human greed. But the horrifying reality is what's hidden under all that treasure. It's a message, written in blood, that says one single word: help. This thing isn't just a monster. It's a prison. Someone or something is still alive down there, sending a desperate plea for rescue from the belly of the beast. Seeing that bloody cry for help makes up Diabolo's mind. Phase 5. Inside the monster. The time for infiltration has come. He gets back into his vehicle, parks right on the edge of the gaping crater, opens his sunroof wide so he can film, and hits the gas. The car plunges right in. The giant jaws snap shut over him. Daylight vanishes in an instant, and he is swallowed whole, plummeting into what feels like another dimension. And what he discovers inside is deeply unsettling. It's not a stomach full of acid. It's more like a creepy, surreal movie set. First, he spots a glowing red button, clearly labeled exit. Further down, he finds this small, inexplicably normal and comforting house. But when he pushes the door open, the horror becomes completely surreal. The room is filled with these life-sized cardboard cutouts of the exact same man in a beige suit and work clothes. It's this cold, artificial staging with zero trace of actual humanity. Completely freaked out by this dreamlike nightmare, Diabolo panics, makes a run for the red button, smashes it, and miraculously manages to escape back to the surface. He thinks he's won. He thinks he's triumphed. But what if the real tragedy is playing out right as we speak? Think about it. What if that famous plea for help was nothing but a highly sophisticated trap? A trick designed by the entity itself to make sure an unsuspecting human would carry its offspring back to a nice, warm home. Because right now, while the investigator believes he is safe at home, that incubator box set to 31 degrees has just begun to move. The baby jaws are waking up, and the horror, it might just be getting started. Thank you so much for joining me on this chilling deep dive, and seriously, stay vigilant out there, especially when you hit the road.